Hi, this is Jay Zealand, doing my MBA in Wiltec Business School. And Wiltec Business School, my final year project title is a study on developing strategies for 3PL services at NTC Logistics. My internal guide is Dr. Jayaprabha, HOD of the department, and my external guide is Mr. Srinivasan, Warehouse Manager, NTC Logistics Private Limited, Paris, Chennai. So this is my abstract. Project is analysis of third-party logistics and NTC Logistics Private Limited. So what is my abstract? What is my core concept of the project is to develop the strategies of the third-party logistics and to improve the service of the third-party logistics and to reduce the cost, etc. So introduction of the study, definition. Third-party logistics simply uses of a company to perform all part of the firm's materials management product distribution services. So this is the characteristics of the third-party logistics: asset-based 3PL and management-based 3PL and integrated providers 3PL. So what are the types of the 3PL providers? Are the transport-based, warehouse-based, and then financial-based, and then information-based 3PLs are available. So what are the advantages of the 3PL services? Was the cost and time saving, and then low capital commitment. The clients can focus on their core business, and then 3PL provides a flexibility to the consumers and the customers. So here the industry profiles. Since in 1980s, along with the trends outsource non-core activities, companies have increasingly turned upon the third-party logistics providers both in USA. So here third-party logistics in India is currently 3PL services are there. Nascent stage, third-party logistics will again consider share the logistics sector because the following complete facts. 3PL service was the current trend in the logistics field. Current trend in the logistics field. So most of the logistics sectors were using the 3PL services. So here my company profile. I did my project in NTC Logistics Private Limited. In Paris, Chennai, and since it was inspection in 1997 and incorporated as a uh, private limited, and then companies in 2001. NTC firmly believes the quality, service, safety, timely, and delivery on the satisfy of the customers. What are the major sector of the NTC logistics was they were concentrated and they were the number one leadership in ODC transportation. ODC, it means the over dimensional cargo. So this is my company's vision and mission to provide end-to-end solution to the customer and to be the number one transporters in India 2016 and to be the leading logistics provided by 2016. So what is my mission of the company was to deliver the effective and high quality service on time to the customers. So this is how the service profile of the my company is. Tranky Project Logistics, Ocean Freight Forwarding, Cranes, and custom clearance, chartering, 3PL services, and air freight forwarding. So my objective of the study is to understand the process and operation in 3PL services at NTC Logistics, and then to know the client's perception towards the service of the 3PL services. So next is to study the secondary support of the third party logistics like the warehouse and inventory management and etc. To know the service quality of the third party logistics and to understand the customer's expectation and to develop the strategies for third party logistics and NTC Logistics Private Limited. My scope of the study is this research makes the NTC Logistics to improve their services better as of now This research this research provides me the opportunity to explore in the field of the logistics. This study helps to improve the company's loyalty, and then to improve the company performance. It helps to promote the business of the company. So, what are the limitations I faced in project sector is due to the busy schedule of the employees, I cannot collect original data. So then the companies don't reveal some official reports due to it's so confidential. And then the time to implement project in the organization is so short. So it's also one of the limitation for my studies. And then data collecting term was also difficult to explore my project. So this is my research methodology, chapter 2. What is research methodology? It means that a way to research problem along with the logic behind them. Thus we take off the research methodology, not take the research but also the context of the research study, and explain why we are using the particular method or techniques and by using so the research. So the data collection method, how I collected my data was my research type is a descriptive research, and my sample size is 32 clients, and mode of data collection was questionnaire method. So my primary data is as usual by a questionnaire. I took the primary data. My secondary data I took from the books, newspaper, magazine, articles, etc. etc. And then what are the tools I use for the data analysis is personalized analysis. It means the frequency tables, and then chi-square method, and then finally I used one way on our test. So here the data analysis. This table shows the why reasons for choosing the NTC Logistics Private Limited, Paris, Chennai. So what is the result of this table is it infers that about it can the 46.9 response of the prefer the better service offered in NTC Logistics, and then 15.6 respondents prefer the better rates, and then 3.1 respondents prefer the credit policy. So here what's the table result shows means companies provide the better services and better rates. So they have to develop the credit policy to the clients to improve the third party logistics services. And here the another questionnaire analysis was table showing a review of NTC Logistics performance in on-time delivery. So here what is the result means? From about to it can be inferred that 43.8 respondents prefer the fare for NTC Logistics performance in on-time delivery, and 21.9 respondents prefer the NTC Logistics for on-time delivery, and then 34.4% of the respondents prefer 4 for NTC Logistics Private Limited. So here it's average 34.4 respondents have preferred the NTC Logistics in on-time rates was poor. So they have to develop the on-time delivery services in 3PL and overall transportation sectors. And next tools which I used is chi-square method. It depends upon the overall satisfaction of the customers, clients. This was comparable to the two variables like the experience of the clients and then how much importance NTC are taking steps to improve the third party logistics services. So here null hypothesis, there is no significant relationship between the experience and how much importance they taking steps to improve the third party logistics services. And here alternative hypothesis, there is a significant relationship between the experience of the clients and the how much importance they taking steps to improve the third party logistics. So here you can see the table and the result is since the p value is more than 0.05, null hypothesis accepted. An alternative hypothesis is rejected at 5 level of the significance. Hence, it is concluded there is no significant association between the experience and the review of NTC Logistics Private Limited and performance and on-time delivery. So here finally, final tool I used is a one-way ANOVA. Here this table showing that it's also depends upon the two variables like the how much importance of the third party steps to taking the third party logistics. So here since the p-value is more than 0.05, null hypothesis is accepted and alternative hypothesis is rejected and 5% of significance. Hence it is concluded that there is no significant relationship between the NTC Logistics Private Limited. So here we can shift to the chapter 2 summary and findings. The analysis provide the 46.9 respondents are preferred better service offered in the 6 respondents are preferred a better offer in the NTC Logistics respondents are preferred the delivery time by NTC Logistics 2.9 respondents are preferred the above. The analysis provide the 51% of the respondents prefer 3 to 6 months. The NTC Logistics implement a logistics solution. 46.9 of the response prefer the 12 months to 6 months and NTC Logistics Private Limited Chennai. So this is the major suggestion and recommendation I analyzed from the data. These are the some of the suggestion and recommendation, and what it means that NTC Logistics should improve the give more importance to the third party logistics service when compared to other service offered. The company should purchase more vehicles instead of hiring from outside to develop the transportation for on-time delivery. In third party logistics service they were good in lead time and then reliability, and to have concentrated in taking in tracking facilities also. And next one is a third party logistics service has to review critically at weekly once. They can give better rates and better services, but they have to give the credit policy to the customer also. And then loading and unloading time can be consumed by having more number of workers in the warehouse. And cost of service can be reduced, so the customer can be increased. They should implement a better logistics solution so as they can provide a third party logistics service. Finally, the inventory management in the company was good, still it can be improved by placing the experienced person in warehouse. Finally, I concluded that this project of NTC Logistics will help me to understand and analyze the process and operation in third party logistics. And from the study, the NTC Logistics, I was able to acquire a practical knowledge about the functioning of third party logistics process. Through the study, I learned the customer point of view of the company. Over the company, also the study gave me an idea about the various problems faced by the companies. And how much on solution arrived at. I was able to understand the importance of third party logistics service. It helps the company growth directly and indirectly. I observed, learned from the company's operation, and I also observed that customers are expecting the additional service of the company. Additional service leads the company for the top position. Thank you.